So in the previous topic, we loaded the sales data. Now another important question to be answered is, how do I find the location of my data? That is, how do I get to know what is the source location of this data? So to know the source location of the existing database, all you have to do is, under the Home tab, go to Transform Data and go to Data Source Settings. Now, why is knowing the location really important? I hope you remember the point that Power BI does not upload the data. It gets connected to the location of the data. Now, sometimes it may happen that someone who is not aware that you have connected the data source may move the file from that particular location. Or you yourself may by mistake delete the file from that location. So what happens is, when you open Power BI, it will throw an error that it is not able to find such and such data file. Now how can you fix that? For that, you have to go to the Data Source Settings. You can see over here that these are the locations of the file that you have loaded in Power BI. Now, if the data file has been removed from that location and you want to fix it, you have to go to this Change Source setting. When you click on this, from here you can browse to the location to where the file has been moved. You can select that file and click OK. You will see that your errors will get resolved. So with data source settings, you can fix these kind of issues. You can see here that we have connected some of the data sets to this Power BI. Now suppose I make changes to any of these data sets. Now to reflect those changes in Power BI, I need not re-upload that file to Power BI. Instead, what I can do is, over here you can see this refresh option. I can just click on the refresh and the file that is connected to Power BI will get refreshed with any changes that has been made to it. But then there is one problem with this. Suppose I click on this refresh, all the datasets that are connected to Power BI start getting refreshed. Now the problem here is, I was looking at updating just one file, but it started refreshing all the datasets that are connected, and this will eat up a lot of time because it's refreshing all the steps, all the files that are connected to Power BI. Now to make this process more efficient and to update only selected files, I will have to make some changes to the refresh settings. So if you look over here, I do not want to refresh calendar, customers or products dataset. All I want to update is the sales dataset. So let's see how we can change the settings of this refresh option. For that, click on this transform data and select transform data. So you will be taken to the Power Query Editor page. Over here, go to the datasets for which you do not want to refresh the changes. Right click on it and uncheck this Include in Report Refresh option. Do the same for the other files as well. Right click and uncheck this. And same for the calendar dataset. So once you are done, just click on this Close and Apply and go back to the Power BI desktop. Now let's click Refresh. And you can see that it's refreshing only the sales dataset. So with refresh, you can update the changes that have been made to the dataset without having to re-upload that dataset.